This is the summary recap of what has been talked on this August Dovetail Direct. Train Sim World 6 is set to be released on September 30th, 2025. Embark on your next journey and discover the joy of train simulation. Be ready for anything as you master formidable trains across 3 new routes, from classic equipment to innovative multiple units. Unlock new skills and expand your hobby. Expect the unexpected in Train Sim World 6. Let's talk about the content that Train Sim World 6 has to offer. Starting with the American route, you got the Morristown Line, which goes from both New York Penn Station and Hoboken to Dover, which is 40 miles of track and 22 stations to cover. Will include the 2-car 25 kV variant of the New Jersey Transit Aero 3, Out 46, multi-level cars, and cab car. Also, station and onboard announcements is a feature of Train Sim World 6 along with passenger ambience as well. You will get additional AI Amtrak services using New York Trenton. For the American Deluxe locomotive, you got the ALP-45BP, which is the first dual-mode locomotive in Train Sim World. With this, you can operate additional push/pull trains along the winding Morristown Line on services that electric-only equipment is unable to perform, like beyond west of Dover as an example. This modern and innovative locomotive entered service in early 2010, replacing aging diesels in New Jersey Transit's diesel roster. The ALP-45 is fitted with both a pantograph and a diesel engine for dual-mode operation. Unlike the ALP-46, the ALP-45DP only has a single cab to make room inside for 2 turbocharged V12 engines, combining with 4,200 horsepower under the hood. It will make use of the overhead wires from both Morristown's 25 kV and Newark's 12 kV setup, allowing them to operate to and from Hoboken Terminal and New York Penn Station. Now to the German route, Bahnstrecke Leipzig, Dresden. This route extends from the familiar Nahverkehr Dresden and includes the new 65 km extension from Riesa to Leipzig, and it will also include 30 km extension with Dresden-Coswig line through Friedrichstadt, adding 160 km of track. Totals up to 42 detailed stations, which is a record in the game. The R411 ICET make an appearance in the game again from last year's German route Kinzig-Dalbahn, which you would be able to take it through the avoiding line in the east and LZB in the west. Operate regional services using the BR442 Talent Tube, which also operates local services towards Grossenhain. Local Hall Dosta services get double duty, operating both regional and S-Bahn Dresden S1 and S2 services with BR146.2 and BR143 locomotives. Dry freight with the BR185.2 and shunting services with BR363. Passenger announcements also made it to this route as well. In this case, Motherboard Dresden will be included with the standard edition, so if you don't have the route yet, it will be included besides Leipzig Dresden. But if you already own Motherboard Dresden and planning to get the free starter pack, then you will not get the extended route. Additional timetable layers will add in playable intercity traffic using the original BR101, Leipzig S-Bahn traffic using the BR1442 from Rapid Transit, and extra freight services using the Railpool Vectron and BR294, each available separately. The German Deluxe Local is the BR294 diesel shunter. Finally, the BR294 comes into Train Sim World, doing shunting duties on Bahnstrecke Leipzig, Dresden, and you can use free roam to take it to any route as you like. The BR294, originally known as the B90, which were built in 1960 and 70 as heavy shunting locomotives. Their weight and power made them suitable for shunting long trains, but also transporting wagons between different locations. In the 1990, the locomotives from the 290 series got rebuilt and reclassified as the BR294. Despite their age, and multiple BR294s retired in favor for near traction, many 294s still can be found working today, holding on to local train duties and preparing long-distance freight for mainline traction to take onward. Next, we got the new British route, Riviera Line, which goes from Exeter to both Plymouth and Paignton. The route is 60 miles and includes both South Devon Main Line from Exeter St. David's to Plymouth, and Riviera Line branch to Paignton, featuring 14 detailed stations including Marsh Barton, with authentic Great Western Railway furnishings and audible passenger announcements. You can drive or conduct both GWR intercity and local services using both Class 802 or Class 150/2. Additional layers will add in both GWR Class 166 and Class 43 HSD services, cross-country Class 220 services, rail tours, and visible AI steam traffic at Payne and Totnes for the Dartmouth and South Devon Heritage Railways. Now to the deluxe British train, we got the cross-country BR Class 220 Voyager diesel-electric multiple unit. Go on a long-distance voyage in the sleek BR Class 220 Voyager, which is one of the highly requested trains for TSW. You can drive or conduct services on the Riviera Line. Use free roam to use it on other UK routes in the game. That is all for the content that you can expect with Train Sim World 6 and Deluxe Edition. Now for the new features. As we got all the features that were in previous games, now Train Sim World 6 comes with platform and train announcements, passenger ambience, random train faults, and random events. Passenger announcements will play within the coaches or passenger compartment of multiple units. There is a speaker in the cab added regardless of what train you're driving. For instance, you may drive an ALP-46 where you're supposed not to hear them, but in the game you might. There will be a setting to turn the speaker off. With this off, then you will not hear them on the ALP-46 and may be driving multiple units. You can still hear them. Passenger ambience will make you feel like you're there with noise coming from passengers that base the volume of passengers on the train. Busier trains during rush hour will have more chatter than nighttime services. You will have a setting slider to adjust the volume of this. Platform announcements will be audible on platforms of stations of Train Sim World 6 routes. The announcement system is a scripted system that assembles audio files together dynamically using different voices. Like train announcements, this does go into releases Train Sim World 6 and onwards, so no plans to implement into back catalog routes. Random events are designed to work with the whole entire game. These are the two main events to consider. Signal delays will be signals will take longer to transition from a red or danger aspect. Temporary speed restrictions will show up randomly at various lower speeds and display on the track monitor. These events will reduce the speed limit and place in world temporary speed restriction boards as appropriate in the right places. Both of these events can be toggled in the settings. Both events are retroactively applied to all back catalog routes for players upgrading to Train Sim World 6. Also, AI drivers will behave differently. With these events will create a dynamic and unexpected world. Train faults will be a series of non-fatal faults that can be easily reset. You would get a pop-up when a fault occurs so you can take the necessary action to clear it. Examples on what can happen: wipers can get stuck, AUX lighting or headlights stop working, or titling fault on the ICET. Train faults can be toggled in the settings menu. This is a setup on a train-by-train basis, so it will only be applied to Train Sim World 6 routes and trains and future Train Sim World 6 releases. In Train Sim World 6, service layers that require additional content will be off by default, giving you the best possible performance. If you're starting the game for the first time, you will be greeted by a message when you start the game, and the menu icon will visibly change when layers are off. However, if you have a high-end machine and would like to enable all layers at once, you can do so from the settings menu. There will be a free starter pack that will be running from release on 30th September all the way until 11th November when it will expire. Also, it is a good opportunity to try out Training Center if you don't own Train Sim World before or trying it on another platform. Additionally, the SD40-2 is added into the Training Center, so it is going to be alongside the existing stock there. Standard Edition will include Morristown Line, Bahnstrecke Leipzig Dresden, Motherboard Dresden, and Riviera Line. Deluxe will include the 4 Standard Edition routes and also ALP 45DP, PR 294 Schunder, and Cross Country Class 220 Voyager. Special Edition will include both Standard, Deluxe content along with recent first-party Train Sim World 5 and 4 routes, which are MBTA Boston Worcester, Mannheim Kaiserslautern, Cardiff City Network, Semmeringbahn, and Zwolle-Groningen. Note, these are most likely not going to get Train Sim World 6 features, since they are compatible content. If you pre-order Deluxe or Special Edition, then you get 5-day early access to the game from September 25th. There is Take a Ticket that Alex and Harry went through 2 rounds in the Direct and revealing 4 add-ons that would release in Train Sim World 6 and reveal 4 after the recap. starting with the first ever Czech route in Train Sim World, Liberec Star Barca. Developed by Vector Simulations, explore the Geyser Mountains in northern Czechia. With 80 kilo monitors of fast-paced single-track mainline, drive the Class 843 in fields and tight mountain passes. Take multiple Class 750 engines on demanding grades. Yard York, passenger traffic to malfunctioning express retrieval. Next, we got West Coast Main Line Birmingham crew from All Aboard Studios, which is their first route. Power through the Black Country with a Class 350 during the 2019 era. Enjoy a varied timetable with layers to energize the West Coast Main Line experience. This route is the first add-on arriving after the launch of Train Sim World 6. Then we got Tadami Line, which is the first Train Sim World route in Japan, coming from Union Workshop. Travel across fields of the Aizu area and along the picturesque valley of Tadami River, set in 2010 era. Operate passenger services with classical diesel trains built in the 1970, using the Kiev 40 diesel multiple unit. Brand new Japanese localization support alongside the release. Up next, we got Stuttgart Heilbronn, which is heading back to the 2000 era with a brand new German route. Coming from the Dovetail Games team, explore over 50 kilo monitors in southwest Germany on an extremely busy 2000 era route with a mix of big freight yards and fields. Brand new DB BR140 and the new DB Wittenberger Stewardgen. Then after the recap segment, there's Northeast Corridor, New York Stamford, which is made from Dovetail Games. Head to the USA and explore the Northeast Corridor with local New York freight. Choose to head off from Grand Central Terminal to Stamford via the Metro North route or the New York Penn to Stamford via the Northeast Corridor route. Get your hands on the new Metro North M8 electric multiple unit. Up next, we got the second ever Expert Loco, the Expert DBBR 145 from the Train Sim Germany team, featuring a DB and RBH livery and new expert level features such as manual brake close operation with working angle cocks, new T3000E container wagons, and additional content on the Dresden Leipzig Train Sim World 6-core route. Then we got the first Portuguese route in Train Sim World from Train Sim World development partner Voyager 360. A 54 kilo monitor stretched from Lisbon to Setúbal across the 25-de-Vol bridge, a major Portugal landmark. Operates suburban services with the new Series 3500 electric multiple unit. Experience Portuguese safety systems and signaling, adding an all-new challenge to learn. Lastly, the next English route from the Just Trains development team, West Coast Main Line, Crewe Preston. Take on a busy section of the West Coast Main Line in northwest England on high-speed runs between Preston and Crewe. Set in 1986 with an intense timetable, hop aboard the electric Class 86-4 Loco. Tackle the challenge of running merry-go-round coal trains from pit to power station with Classes 20 and 47-3. And this will conclude the video. If you like what you see, please consider throwing this video a like. Subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and clicking on the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on upcoming Train Sim World 6 news and gameplay videos. Thanks for watching.